Edgy. Okay, here's the last tutorial for you for now. And let me know if you have any questions, but we're going to go over adding a new blog post. So the first thing we're going to do is, it's similar to adding a new project really. You're going to come into your dashboard and under post this time, you're going to click on add new. And you're just going to give it a title. It can be anything really. These are different titles. This is a title, this is a title, this is a title. So just whatever you want to title the post, we'll just do example. And then you're going to add your content right here, just kind of like you did with a project. I'm just going to go ahead and copy a post just to show you the steps here. So say this is your entire blog post that you want to publish and you want to have a photo at the end. Let's just pretend that's going to be the post content. We're going to put that in here. The other thing that we're going to need to do is just kind of like your categories. You're going to want to, or your project categories, you're going to want to categorize your blog posts for people. So check as many of these as you'd like, whichever ones make sense. You really don't need to worry about anything else on this page except for you want to select this. Exclude featured image on single page. I'll explain that in a second. And then you're going to also want to add, again, like the projects, you want to add a featured image. And the featured image for your blog post is what shows up when someone clicks on the news page and they see a thumbnail for that blog post. So I think the size of the images I'm using for these featured images so that they kind of display similarly and they end, they're kind of in alignment somewhat. Let me double check the dimensions for these. It's going to be 1250 by 700. So I'll go ahead and pretend to add one for this post. Same thing. You're going to come down to set featured image, upload a file, and we'll do, I've got these template images in here. We'll just pretend to use one of those. Once it uploads, you just check set featured image. And then the last thing is, if you want to, I'll come back to this right now actually. The reason I'm deselecting this, or I have this turned on, I guess, is because the featured image by default for blog posts gets displayed in a way that I didn't totally like on the website. So if you want to have an image in your blog post, all you're going to do is just put your cursor wherever you want the image to be displayed. And typically that's at the end of the blog post, just according to what Kurt has sent over to me. So you're just going to put your cursor where you want that image to go, and then you're going to click on Add Media. And you can either select an image that you've already uploaded, just like the featured image, or you can choose another one to upload. And then once it's uploaded to your media library, you can click Insert into Post. There's a couple options right in here if you want to maybe left align the image and have the text wrap around it. I usually just leave this to center. The link to is what's going to happen when someone clicks on that image. You can have it do nothing. You can select none. You can have it go. I usually just leave this on media file. That's just going to link it to the original image itself. I would just suggest putting it there. A custom URL means you can have the image linked to anything that you absolutely want to link it to. Otherwise, again, don't worry about the attachment page. That one, you're probably never going to want to use that. I would just put it on media file. And then you can also select the size of the image. You can put a thumbnail and have it link to the larger file, for example. I usually just leave this at large or full size. If it's a really gigantic file, I would make sure you're just putting it at large, so it's not just humongous file that's having to load in the blog post. But that's about it. So these are additional options you have. You can click Insert into Post. The last part of this that I want to show you is that, so say we publish this right now. I'm going to come back and edit it for a second though. If we publish this just the way it is, and don't worry, I'll delete it from the website. But if we refresh the blog page, it'll show up on here for a second. And now you can see right now it's showing everything that I put in that blog post. And I don't really want it to do that on this page. I want it to show, of course, when someone clicks on the blog post, but I don't necessarily want them to see the entire blog post on that page. I just want to show them kind of an excerpt. So in order to do that, back in your blog post editor, you're going to put your cursor wherever you want to cut it off, so to speak. So say I just want to show like the first 2 sentences of this post, and then people can click the blog post to read the rest of it. I'm going to go back into the editor, put my cursor there, and then I'm going to click on this More button. And that's gonna cut it off. And then I'll go ahead and click Update or Publish if you do this before you publish it the first time. So that little tag right there is just going to make it so anything before this is displayed, but anything after is only going to be displayed when someone clicks on the full blog post. So if I refresh this, then you'll see it cuts it off. So that full image won't be displayed in there. It'll just show those first couple lines. But I'm going to go back and delete this so it's not on the site. Just click Move to Trash. That's really all you need to know for your blog posts. If you want to change the categories of any of them for some reason, you can, under All Posts, you can just kind of hover over the title of one, and this little drop down will show. You can click on Quick Edit and either deselect or select other categories, and then click Update. And that's how you would change the categories up here. These are the different blog post categories. So that's really it. I just probably over explained it, but all you need to do is click on Add New, give it a blog post title, your description, make sure this box is checked, categorize your post, don't forget about the featured image, and then use that More tag if you'd like to. And that's about it.